Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, and today in this video I'm going to show you how you can composite rain inside Nuke using Action VFX rain asset. So let's see how this can be done. So I already combed this shot and this is the final output I'm going to play with you. So this is the comb what I did, and this took me 10 hours to composite this rain. So I already recorded the whole 10 hours recording, I mean the screen recording. So if you want to see that entire recording, I will upload on my channel and I will provide you the link so you can watch that entire video. But today in this video I'm just quickly walk through what I did to composite this rain perfectly in this plate. I'm pretty sure you already know this plate from Action VFX, and this is the exact plate they are using in their tutorial also. So if you go to the Action VFX YouTube channel, they already have this tutorial. They composite this rain inside After Effects, but I want to show you how you can do this in Nuke, and I will show you some very cool technique to composite this rain nicely. So this is the output what I did. This is not the perfect. There are some issues in this shot. I will tell you later. But first, this is the whole comp structure you can see. So this is the whole comp structure what I did. As I said, this took me 10 hours to create this comp from scratch, and I recorded every single thing, total 10 hours of long video. So if you guys want to check that, you can watch that video. But for now, let's see how I prepare and how I start this shot. Okay, first of all, you can see in the top we have all this asset. Everything you can see it's here. Let me show you quickly what I have. Obviously we have this plate and the denoise plate, and by the way I'm using the stamp. It's pretty good in this kind of big shot because there are many things I'm referring from the top. So I don't want to copy paste everything here and there. So I have this plate here and I basically denoise this plate. I just zoom in, you can see just normal denoise. You can use Nuke denoiser or you can use Neat Video reduce noise. It's up to you. And then I calculate the lens distortion, and this is the lens distortion plate. Okay, everything what I'm going to show you is just overall I'm going to show you, but if you want to see the in-depth, the step-by-step process, so that's why I recorded the whole video, the whole process 10 hours long. Okay, so you can see this is the distortion and I inverted so I can use this in ST map. So now I have this undistort plate. All right, and now here you can see I have this what you call this match move. I already have this camera, so I just camera track this very quickly just for the rain. It's very quickly undistorted. I first undistort the plate obviously, and then I did the camera track, and this is my camera, and I created a stamp for the camera, and you can see I use this many times in the whole comp. So we don't have to worry about the match move. So because everything done by the camera, we have some reference. Obviously we need some reference so we can see how this rain will behave, and these are not a single frame, these are the actual plate. You can see it will give you a very nice reference how your rain should be look like in the night time. You can see in the different scenarios. So you can see the car headlight, how you can see all the rains in the headlight, in the house also. I have some few references here, and some other stuff like I'm creating some asset which I'm using multiple times. So this is like a small car volume. So if I show you the stamp, you can see I'm using multiple times here. Same thing, this far light also, if I show you, you can see I'm using multiple times here. And obviously we have this rain asset. So these are the Action VFX rain asset. If I select everything, you can see these are the asset I'm using. Right, and this is the ground one, and this many I'm using. Not everything I'm using, but only a few of them. But I imported everything just to show you you can experiment with different assets. So now let's see the comp. Let me just remove this one and just view from here. This is the side-by-side comparison. It should be Rex 19. So you can see this is a plate and this is the side-by-side comp comparison. Right. Now let's walk through the script. So the script flow is very simple. This is the B pipe, and all these are just element one by one they're adding, and here I also have a reformat. So I'm adding everything in this single pipe, and then when everything is get merged, then I'm merging with my plate here. In the final you can see this is just a rain with the alpha channel like this, and then I'm merging all these things on my plate like this. So because we have individual stuff merging with the reformat, so I can turn on and off every single layer like this. See, this layer I can turn off, this layer I can turn off, and this layer I can turn off. Alright, and this layer also I can turn off. And everywhere you can see there is a pre-comp pre-comp and pre-comp. Everywhere there is a pre-comp, because we need to do the pre-comp, because imagine if you just have a pre-comp at the end, and if you want to only change on this layer, then you have to render everything together, right? But we only change here, so technically we just need to render this part, not this part and all other part. So that's why I added a pre-comp on every single backdrop, every single rain. I can just only render this part, and then I can render the final here. That's it. Okay, so the structure is very simple. Very previous tutorial I show you have to comp from background to foreground. So here I'm also doing the same thing. This last layer is the foreground layer, and this first layer is the background layer. I mean, this is the background rain, this is the very close to camera, like FG rain, very foreground rain, very close to camera, and in between we have multiple rain. So this is the far rain, this is the mid rain, like this is a ground or mid rain, and this is the what I said, the car rain. So if I on off, I think you will see, yeah, see, this is the car rain, and this is the very front rain, either close to camera, and this is the very far rain here. Of this one you will see this like this. Let's start. First I comp this far rain. So what is the idea? So the idea is take the rain asset, okay, and then you can do the mirror, or based on the the direction you want to, and then add a luminance here first. So you have alpha, otherwise there is a white alpha, you don't have anything. So make sure you have a proper alpha based on the rain, and you can do the time offset. And this color correction, when I merge this with the plate, then I did this color correction. You can do whenever you want. I think it's not doing anything. So yeah, it's doing something here. So like this, yeah, you can see I increased the exposure a lot. Okay, and because we have a camera, so I placed this rain on a card like this, because it's on pre-mult, okay, because we just added here the alpha, and it's not pre-multed here. So after this scanline render, I did a pre-mult, and here is the main thing you need to do to add interactive light. I will quickly show you on the side so you guys can understand what I'm trying to do. Okay, so in this mini comp, I just want to show you the main ingredient to blend the rain in your plate. So we are ignoring all this now, okay, we are just seeing what I did to make this happen. If I turn off this merge, you can see this is the pre-multed result, right? And let me just turn off everything, and then we merge, it will look like this. But we want to integrate with the plate, right? So if I show you the references like this one, or maybe this one, if I play, you can see mostly the rain is visible where the light is, right? And here in the dark areas here, we are not able to see the rain that much. It's very, I mean, it's totally invisible, right? So where the light source is, you will see the rain, and you can see the specular and everything you will see, and it will look nice. So this is exactly happening at the night, and here also. If I play, only thing you can see here is very less. So we need to do that. We need to do the same thing. So for that, what you can do, that's why this setup is here. I will show you what I did. So let me just remove this thing, and I will do it from scratch. Okay, so we have this plate, undistorted plate. Okay, so what we need to do, we just need to first of all blur this one, maybe 100, and we just need to do the multiply here. Now you can see, and then we can merge on this one. So this is the very basic idea. And if I play now you will see the rain is mostly visible where the light is. So because when you blurring, you can see only this blob, and you can customize your plate. Like if I can go here, and I can add a grade here, and I can just make it very contrasty. So in the darker area, you will see less rain like this, and then we can merge this one on top. And now if I play, only see the background. This is wrong, because this rain is a far rain, so we need to remove from here. All right, so you can see this is what we need. Okay, instead of like this, you can do this. This is exactly what we need. So I did the same thing, but I did a lot of different masking and everything here. So I will show you that. So if I just multiply this again, and you will see the difference. Now you will see how this rain is looking. So this is just a far area, and it will only affect the far side. It's not coming in the front. And here is one more trick. So if you have this kind of plate, so what I did, I created a depth map on my plate using the DepthAnything. If I play, you can see now I have this nice depth of this plate. It's not 100%. Yeah, as you can see, it's a little flickering, but that's totally fine what we are doing. So what I did, I did the same thing, undistort plate. I just graded according to the blur amount, and with the depth map here I created this alpha, and I stencil the front part, right? Because you only want the back side, so I did stencil and some more stencil here. Yeah, this some more stencil here, and then at the end we need to do the blur. So it's the same thing, just like, but I'm removing some front part like this. You can see I'm doing the blur, but I'm removing the very bright area and the front area completely. Only the back area we need. All right, and then we did a multiply. Now the rain only visible at the back. So you can see eliminated the front part. So that's the only trick. That's it. So you need to follow this trick, and here are some more, masking and just adding few more things. So when I'm doing this, so I'm again using the depth map to stencil out if anything is coming in the front. So I want to make the rain behind the camera, behind this car, right? So I stencil out, and this is the overall multiply. If you want to reduce the overall multiply, so you can do from here. But that is the whole idea, guys. So it's 0, yeah, make it 1. So if I remove from here, you can see the rain is coming in front. So we need to stencil from the front part, right? Now the rain is going back, and it's look very nice. So you can see the rain now in the back, only mostly in the highlight area, but here you can see a little bit, right, in the darker area as well. You can see how it's looking good in this part. So in this part I did a separate treatment, similarly just doing this thing and multiplying on this car like this. Nothing crazy, but main thing is the mask option. So I'm doing a key mix. So in the mask I did a luminance here based on this part. So I take out this part and just float out this area, and then just key mixing it, and we have this. So the main thing is I adjusted this grade and everything, so based on my shot like this. It's just a blur and multiply to integrate the rain in your plate. That's it. This whole idea I'm applying in every layer. All right, but I want to show you some main key points like front light and the back tail light, how I integrate this thing. So if I view from here, not this layer, so the same formula I'm applying here and everywhere, every layer. Here also you can see, here also you can see. So these are 2 layers which I'm merging here to give you this nice. And make sure you do a over mode, okay? And then I'm doing the defocus for each layer and plussing this far light. So I will show you how I isolate this light so it will look good here. And then I'm doing the pre-mod, and I'm doing the pre-comp. That's it. So the same structure I'm doing everywhere. So I will just quickly show you this. See this front light here also. So in this one again I'm having this rain. All right, just removing the top part, so cropping it, and I'm using multiple times this rain to make this line. So transforming, making multiple lines, and I'm cropping this one. Then I'm projecting this on a card like this, so I can see the rain in 3D space. And then I'm doing scanner renders. Now it's properly on this place, so it is match moving now. And then again the same treatment, just blurring and multiplying here. Now it have a nice color. Stenciling with the car, obviously. Same thing with the other layer also, this FG layer. And let's see this tail light. I just want to know where this tail light is. Yeah, from here. So here also you can see the scanner render, and here is the magic. So we have this volume raise. So again, now in this one, because I'm this is front, I guess, right? So this is the ground rain. So in this one I'm placing the rain in the front part. So for that I'm doing the same thing using a depth map and just removing the backside. All right, and then I'm placing this volume raise which I created. See, these 2 volume rays I created, and then doing the blur and then multiplying. So if I don't add this one, you will see we don't have this headlight light interaction with the rain. So this is exactly what we need. Again doing the same thing, adding more rain in the back and adding a color. And see this this one also, the back rain. So in this one also I'm doing the same thing, just multiplying and just isolating this area, removing the car in the front using a roto and creating some mats. I'm mostly using the depth channel which I created. So I'm using this one and some rotos also with the camera. I'm not doing any manual tracking and any manual roto animation. Just here is the reference. So when you merge, it will look like this. So every layer I'm merging together to make a single pass like this. So this is a single pass, merge with this layer. This is the back one, this is the front one, this is the car one, and this is the close to camera. Now see the car one. So the car one is very similar. Just image plane, multiplying, placing on a car. So I have this setup here. So I'm just referring here, I'm just connecting this one here, and I'm aligning my rain on a plate like this. Just undistorted plate, the reformat, and just merging here. because I set my reference frame 1, so if I go to the first frame and if I view from it will look the same. So I'm just aligning here with the transform. So this is the transform I'm using, and I'm just aligning this rain. So you can see I'm using a 2 rain asset from here for the ground, and I'm just merging with them like this, and I'm just reformatting and doing color correction. If I do this, you can see this is the color I'm adding here, and again removing with the roto only this part, and just blurring and doing the same thing, this adding more rain, adding this top rain also. So for this top rain, what I did, I have this right, I have this rain asset, right? This is the ground rain, so we need this look. So for that I use what we call this grid drop, and I transform this one on a shape, and based on that I'm getting this shape, and then I'm doing the same color treatment with everything, and here you can see it's aligning very nicely. So it's not perfect, I mean there are issues, you need to align it very accurately, but this is, I mean, as I said, there are a lot of things you need to improve in this shot, but I just want to show you the whole idea how you can composite the rain. Again here also I have a same asset, this droplet on a glass, again doing a scanner render, and this time I'm using this card, and I'm basically placing on a card properly in angle, okay, and then I'm projecting this rain asset on top, so I get a proper angle like this in 3D space, and then doing the same thing, adding a color with the blur and this treatment like this, see, removing the backside and then doing a blur operation. Alright, and again with the roto removing some extra, then it will look very nice in the plate, you can see. And I did the same thing for the back, the doors also. So this is the whole idea, and when everything is merged, you will see it will look like this. So now if I play, see, this is the car rain we have, so I placed the rain here also, so that's why it's looking very good. So that's the another advantage. At the end we have this FG rain. So you can see in FG rain we also have this headlight, and in FG rain we have a depth. Okay, I will show you what I mean. So in this let's see from the scanner render, so this is the back rain, and if I view from here, it's only interacting with the headlight and everything, just like we have this headlight. So we have this headlight, I will show you how I create this headlight volume, sorry, it's only interacting with this one. You need to think about depth, because the car is it's not very close to the camera, I mean we have a distance between the car, so we need to place a rain where the car is, and we need to place a rain very close to the camera, like here somewhere. So for that what I did, I first this rain asset I place it where the car is, so it will interact with the headlight and the backlight. So for the interaction, I mean it's the same thing, just blur and multiplying, and now you have this car. So based on that you need to increase or decrease with the volume, with the grade. And now with the second layer, you can see the second layer is not interacting with the volume and that headlight and the tail light. So that is exactly what you need to do. You need to think about the depth, and based on the depth you need to adjust rain. So you can see this front rain is not interacting with the headlight, so this will give you a more depth. And another layer, I have 2 more layers for the FG layer. If I view from here, these 2 layers are not interacting with this headlight, because they are very close to the camera, not from where the car is. That's why you will see this depth, and it's not interacting with the headlight, only 1 layer is interacting. So that is what I did, and at the end when you merge everything, this is your image will look like. And then I add this lens distortion which I created on the top, and then we are merging here. And in the B pipe, let's see what I have in the B pipe. So this is just a small bloom for the backlight and the headlight, you can see, nothing much crazy. So for that I'm using depth channel. So the asset is very important. I created this depth channel asset once, and I'm using it multiple times. You can see again I'm doing masking to removing the front part, blurring, and just very less opacity, I'm just overing it. You can see the opacity is very less, 0.1. Same thing here for the FG, right, blurring and overing plus. So I'm just adding little bit of light to the headlight. All right, and then here I'm adding this volume raise back. So this is, I mean, very subtle, because when you merge it will look like this. We don't want very strong volume raise. Very subtle is fine, like that. Now let me just show you the asset which I created in these backdrops. The few assets I created, and I'm using them multiple times in the script. So the first one is the volume raise. So the volume raise, as I said, using depth channel to removing the back part, and here are the two volume raise node I'm using. So the first one is the front light and back, and you can see separately I'm merging them together, just adding a little bit of blur. So we have two lights here. And for this one, this is the back one. So undistort and volume raise for the back, and I'm doing a frame hold and I'm doing a match move for that back one. Just adding more light and just removing with the depth channel again, masking with the depth channel like this, and then I'm plussing. So now I have these two things. So the main thing I want to show you how I did the tracking, okay, for the volume center, because it need to be animate in order to stay where we want. So for that I'm using this reconcile 3D, right? So what I did, I used the model builder to identify the position in 3D space, and then I place my axis there. So you can see these two axes are there. Then I'm using reconcile 3D to generate a 2D position based on the 3D axis. So it will give me this axis, this give me this XY, the XY position data. Then I just copy paste in my center, that's it, and it will animate. So no manual tracking, nothing, because we already have a camera, so we can do that easily. And now here for the far light, so for the far light I will quickly show you what I did here. Basically using again the depth channel and just stenciling, and we have this far light, and in between I did a lot of treatment like this. So I'm based on the luminance, creating a mask here also. First of all, I created the alpha using this here, and again in the second one I'm just replacing the element. So I'm adding this one, that's it, just this pole, and then I'm doing a pre-mult. So in the pre-mult you can see this pole, otherwise in this keyer is not coming. So that's why I did a separate keyer to add that pole back, removing the car in front and removing some more element, and now we have this far light. So this far light I'm using it in multiple places, in the far section only. As you can see there, it's not using anywhere else. So that is these are the two assets which I created. So I'm using these two, this volume light and this thing multiple times, and that's it. I think this is the whole structure of this comp, and that's how I did. And at the end, like, we have this task grain obviously, and then I just render out this thing. But this is just the overview, guys. It took me 10 hours to render, and if you want to watch again, I'm repeating, if you want to watch the whole thing again, I will upload this and you can watch on my Patreon, I guess. So I'm not sure, I will put the link, I will update you so you can watch that there. Okay, I think so many information, so I think thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this overview of this comp structure and this comp output. Let's quickly talk about the things I can improve in this one. So first of all, we need a proper rain on the car. You can see I added only this part, but here also we need a rain. Here also we need a proper rain flow, which from the asset it's very hard. You need to simulate that. You need to simulate that rain properly on the car geo. That will give you a proper flow. And I just need to align this one rain properly. You can see this rain is not properly aligned, so there are some misalignment there. But obviously there are a lot of things you can improve this one, but I just want to show you the best way to integrate rain in your plate. I think I did very good. Please let me know in the comment what's your thought on this. And as I said, projects file will be available on my Patreon, so you can take this entire comp what I did here, and you can experiment and you can see how I did this comp from just doing a reverse engineering, just checking everything step by step. Okay, I think this is enough for this tutorial. So thank you for watching, and we will see you in a very next one. Have a great day.